Hello guys, today I'm going to start with my first grammar lesson, which is what is a sentence and what are the types of sentences. Sentence is basically a group or collection of words that make complete sense or which stand on their own as a meaningful sentence or a meaningful exercise. Basically, a sentence, a simple sentence or a short sentence should contain at least one subject, one verb, and one object. Okay, now what is a subject? A subject is someone who does an action or an activity. Okay, so subjects can be either nouns, pronouns, gerunds, and infinitives. What is a verb? A verb is an action word or a word that denotes what activities someone is doing. For example, eat, play, sing, dance, work, visit, etc. And what is an object then? An object is a word upon which some action is done. For example, Leela took the pencil. Now, what is Leela? Leela is a subject, it's a noun. Took. What is took? Took is a verb. Okay. What is a? A is called as an article. And what is pencil? Pencil in this case is an object. Because who took what? Leela took a pencil. Therefore, pencil is an object. So, this is a fundamental definition of a sentence, of a very short and simple sentence. Now, what are the various types of sentences that we should know about? Sentences are of various types. Like, first type is declarative or assertive sentences. Now, declarative as a word means that you give some information. You put forward some information. And assertive as a word says that you put forward something very confidently. So, therefore, declarative sentences are normal sentences where you are telling something. For example, someone is good at studies. That is a declarative sentence. Or the principal goes to school regularly. This is a declarative or an assertive sentence. So, this is the first variety of sentences. The second variety of sentences is called as an interrogative sentence. Now, interrogative as a word means something related to a question when you ask someone. So, any questions are classified as interrogative sentences. For example, why didn't you go to school today? Or what have you carried in your lunch box? This is an interrogative sentence, right? Then the third kind of sentences are called as imperative sentences. Now, imperative means something which is very strongly said, like a command or a request or an order. So, whenever you tell someone to do something, that's an imperative sentence. If you say, watchman, please open the door, or go ahead and get your pencil box, run now, all these are interrogative sentences. Okay. Then there are exclamatory sentences. Okay. Exclamatory sentences means they indicate some kind of emotion and its expression. So the emotion can be joy or happiness, it can be shock or disgust, it can be pain, it can be a variety of emotions. So if you've liked some day a lot and you say, oh, what a delightful day it is, or what an eventful day it is, and you put an exclamation mark, it becomes an exclamatory sentence. Likewise, if you're not happy with something and you say, what a terrible day it is, and you put an exclamatory mark, that becomes a exclamatory sentence focusing on what you have not liked or something which is sorrowful. This is one of the classification of sentences into 4 types. there are various classifications of sentences. Other classification of sentences is simple, compound and complex sentences. This is also a very, very important part in grammar. So simple sentence, as I told you, is a shorter sentence which consists of at least a subject, verb and an object. That's a simple sentence. Then compound sentence. Compound means two things coming together. So in a compound sentences, two individual sentences or clauses are joined by something called as conjunctions. For example, and, for, but, so, etc. So we will learn about conjunctions in detail later on. But compound sentences are where two sentences are joined by these words, or sometimes two phrases are joined, or sometimes two words are joined. So those are called as compound sentences. Then we go to complex sentences. As the word suggests, it is not a simple sentence. So firstly, it is longer in length. Secondly, it has something called as a complete or an independent clause and an incomplete or a dependent clause. So what is an incomplete and a dependent clause? Is where the clause does not qualify on its own as a complete sentence. And what is a complete and an independent clause? Something which can stand on its own as a complete sentence. For example, if I say, talking to you, I feel very great. So I feel very great is a complete sentence, whereas talking to you is an incomplete sentence. So that's an incomplete clause. This is a complete clause. So such sentences are called as complex sentences. In complex sentences, you have many incomplete clauses starting with pronouns like who, which, why, where, what, how, that, etc. Okay? So this is in short the classification of sentences in terms of simple, compound and complex, and the four varieties that I talked about. Sentences are also classified as affirmative or positive sentences and negative sentences. So if I say something is good, so it's highlighting a positive quality and therefore it's a positive sentence. If I say something is not good, here not is a negative word which has come and that's a negative sentence. So guys, this is the basic information about the types of sentences and the classification and how they are supposed to be spotted. Thank you so much guys. I'll come back to you with grammar lesson 2. Bye.